Intriguing. Imagine sitting down to an exquisite, perfectly cooked meal and knowing it was designed to kill the person in the next room. That was the daily reality for a young woman named Margot Wolk. Her job was to act as a human shield for Adolf Hitler. At the highly fortified Wolf's Lair, Wolk and 14 other young women were forced to sample every single dish prepared for the dictator. After eating, they had to sit and wait and agonize an hour to see if the food was laced with poison. Only Wolk survived the war to eventually share her story. The other 14 were executed by advancing Soviet forces. Assassination by ingestion is a leader's oldest vulnerability. Historically, the threat was so pervasive that securing a basic human necessity literally required human sacrifice. Long before the advent of modern chemistry, ancient rulers had already institutionalized this exact paranoia. They practiced Mithridism, building immunity by microdosing lethal toxins. In ancient India, legends spoke of poisoned damsels raised on venom, and historical accounts track Muhammad Begada, a sultan of Gujarat, who consumed daily doses of poison to protect himself from rivals. You might assume this extreme behavior died out in the Middle Ages, but for some modern autocrats, like Vladimir Putin, the threat dictates daily life. He employs a full-time tasting detail, travels with a mobile testing laboratory, and uses strict counter-bioprofiling protocols to secure everything he consumes or touches. While autocrats still rely on human shields and overt paranoia, modern democracies have to secure their leaders without resorting to cruelty. They require a completely invisible, systemic alternative. In the United States, the human guinea pig has been replaced by elite military logistics and absolute supply chain control. The White House mess in the West Wing operates as a secure military facility. It's staffed by U.S. Navy culinary specialists, sailors who treat executive dining with the precision of a combat mission. If the president decides to eat out at a private restaurant, it triggers a massive security operation. The Secret Service executes a complete takeover of the restaurant's kitchen. An advanced team sweeps the building, screens staff with portable metal detectors, and brings pre-vetted ingredients from Washington to ensure the supply chain remains unbroken. During the meal itself, the Secret Service utilizes a strict visual clearance system. Only staff-issued specific color-coded lapel pins are allowed near the president's plate. This entire operation functions as a massive preemptive strike, replacing the chaos of paranoia with absolute logistical control. Even with a perfectly locked-down supply chain, the final layer of defense relies on rapid, invisible chemical detection. This molecular schematic reveals the microscopic threats the Secret Service hunts for, neurotoxins like ricin, cyanide, and botulinum. Agents deploy portable field technology like AP4C detectors and lateral flow biosensors, scanning and isolating lethal compounds in seconds. A sterile, instantaneous chemical reaction has completely replaced the agonizing hour-long wait of a human taster. Technology has completely rendered the human shield obsolete for the U.S. president, creating an invisible, hyper-efficient wall of defense. But beyond the technology, there is an immense psychological burden placed on the people who prepare this food. Anyone authorized to simply handle the president's plate must undergo an extreme vetting process and maintain a top-secret military clearance. Wearing the Presidential Service Badge carries incredible prestige, but it comes with the crushing pressure of operating within a zero-margin-for-error ecosystem. For most of us, dining is a universally shared communal experience. For the president, meals are often a fortified, solitary event that underscores the intense isolation of the office. To ensure survival, every single dish must be treated as a potential national security threat. For the most powerful people on Earth, the simple human act of sharing a meal no longer exists. It has been permanently replaced by a fortress of paranoia and military precision.